Hey guys, we are back again with another video, and this trick is super awesome. I love this effect, and what I am going to try and do, well, I'm going to show you the way I do it, and if you are a beginner or getting into magic or you haven't done magic that long, I'm going to show you the easiest way to perform this, because it's not the easiest trick to do, and I've said that before on a few of my videos, and quite a few of you have said, well, I can do it. Which, when I read that, I love it. Because I don't know your skill level of magic or your skill level with cards. So I try and be as honest as I can. So, like I said, there's a few moves in here what aren't easy. So, if you stick to the end when I'm doing the tutorial, I'll show you a different variation on how you can make it easier. But it still looks good. So, all that being said, let's get into it. So here is the effect, guys. And before I show you this, I just want to let you know this is a very quick effect. Okay, it's not going to take long at all to perform, so bear that in mind. So we're going to take the two queens and the random card selector. So let's just say they point to this one, okay, which is in fact the 9 of hearts. If you watch the 9 and you blow, now I have the two queens. If the queens are over here, then over here should be in fact the 9 of hearts. It's that quick, guys. A very visual transposition card trick, and it just looks insane. It looks super cool. So I am going to show you exactly how to do it, which is not the easiest way. And then if you are a beginner or learning, obviously, card magic, I will show you exactly how to do it in an easier way. So all that being said, let's get into it. So here is the setup of the effect, guys. So what we have is a 9 of hearts, we have a queen of spades and a queen of clubs. And we do some magic. Another queen magic. And it is in fact a double facer again. Oh no, a double facer. So here is the setup. Your double face, I'm using the queen, okay, a black queen. So I'm going to remove the two black queens. They're going to be in use. And whatever the back card is, so the 9 of hearts, we're going to use that card as well. So your setup is as follows. Your double face card, okay, that is going to go face down. So the 9 of hearts is going to be showing, or it's going to be face down. Okay, and then you're going to place your 9 of hearts face up, followed by your queen of clubs, followed by your queen of spades. That is it. If it was the other way around, okay, and it was the queen of spades and the queen of clubs face down, the trick wouldn't work. You'd see two queen of spades. Okay, so whatever this card is, so mine's the queen of spades and the 9 of hearts, because that's a queen of spades, I make sure the queen of spades is face down. So again, you've got your queen of spades face down, your normal queen of clubs face up, and your normal 9 of hearts face up. Then your 9 of hearts at the bottom, and that's your double double facer, sorry, at the bottom. That is your setup. So now you've got this setup, you've got your queen of spades face down, followed by your queen of clubs face up, followed by your 9 of hearts face up. And then if you turn the deck over, you'll have your, for example, in this case, the 9 of hearts and the queen of spades. So from here, guys, you're going to be doing the top shot. Okay, if you can't do the top shot, like I said, stick to the next tutorial. I'll show you an easier way how to do this, a different variation. So to do the top shot, I'll go through it briefly. What I'm going to do is hold the cards into my hands and make sure my thumb and index finger is touching the top left and right side, not on the corners. My finger's a bit lower, just below the right corner. And the cards are quite low to my thumb palm here, or the pad of your thumb, the bottom left side, okay? And my pinky is just going to flick the card out, okay? It's hard to do slow, it's not a slow move to do, but that is all what's happening. You're just going to flick the card out. So you've done your top shot. From here, there's going to be a natural break where you can pick two cards up. I just dropped them, I do apologise. There's going to be a natural break where you can pick the two cards up, okay? So from here, you've done your top shot, and don't flash. If you are going to do a top shot, make sure you don't flash like I just did, and you're going to pick up the two cards as one to show the two queens, okay? So you're hiding the 9 here. What's going to happen from here is the queen of spades is going to go on top of the queen of clubs, and you're going to turn them face down. And my right hand comes over and just takes the top card and places it down, so it looks like I've got the two queens. Or you can do it this way, is where you, then we get into that same position again, so I can show you. There we go. You've done your top shot, you lifted two cards up as one, And you say, I'm going to take the 2 queens like so. And then when you square up, you're not going to pick this card up. So you're going to square up and just pick the top card up. You can do it that way. So they think, the spectator, these are the 2 queens, but secretly it's the 9. So now we need to force this 9 of hearts without showing the back. Okay? So the way I do this, I spread the cards, and wherever card they touch, what's going to happen is my left fingers is going to push this card out. Okay? And that's what it's going to look like, basically. But this hand is spreading, so you're not going to see that. So I'm pushing the card out now. If I move my right hand, you're going to see that card sticking out. And again, so as soon as I start spreading, my left hand is just going to, my fingers are going to push that double face card out. So that it's going to look like that. But it's not going to get seen because the cards are over it. So they always point to a card. I've pushed the card out now. So I'm in this position. And all I'm going to do, my right fingers is just going to grab that card. So I'm grabbing it now. And then I'm going to turn my right palm face down. So basically I'm turning that card over. Do that again. I'm going to spread. I spreaded the cards. Now from here I'm going to kick the card out. Hopefully you can see that. And when they touch the card, for example, we'll do this one right here. I'm grabbing that card with my right hand. So I'm grabbing it right here. And then I'm going to just pick up that card and turn my hand over. And then my left thumb is going to take that 9. Like so. Do that again. We'll do it at speed so you can see. So they'll point to a card. So let's say you want this one. They point to a random card. It looks fair. It looks super fair. Bit of a tricky move if you're not used to doing it. So one more time, you're going to spread. I haven't kicked it out yet. I'll tell you when I'm going to kick it. So I'll do it this way so you can see. And now I'm going to kick the card. And I'm going to grab the card. Okay. So I'm grabbing the card. Let's say the point to this card. What I'm going to do is just turn all my hands over. I'm going to pull that card with my left thumb. And my right hand goes on top of it. So at speed, it looks pretty cool. So I say, go ahead and point to one. You want this one? Okay, so we'll take the card, and we've got the 9 of hearts. So that will take a little bit of practice if you're not used to doing it. Just take your time with it. Go over it again, over again. So they're going to point to one if they want this one. And as well, a little tip. I'll give you a little tip as well. It depends on the situation and how my hands are feeling. If they're super dry, I will straight away basically cull the card. Okay, but if my hands are okay, I won't cull it to the last second. So this is what I mean. I will let them point to one. Say if they point to that one, then from here, I will pull the card out then. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to pick that card up. So it all depends on the situation, on my hands, how my hands are feeling. So you're going to point to one. I haven't done anything to point to this one. Then my fingers are just going to kick out. Okay. They're going to kick out, and it's the same move. Your right hand's going to grab that card and just turn your hand over, slide it with your left thumb. Rest of the cards go on top. Dave chooses the 9 of hearts. So a bit of detail there, how to do that. So from there, you're going to turn. I spin it around my middle finger, and when I spin it around my middle finger, I'm going to get a pinky break like so above this card. I'll do it bigger so you can see. I'm going to take the card and place it on top. And then this is the hardest move. It's the duck change. So when you do a duck change, it's going to look like they just swapped over. Okay. So you've got your break. What you're going to do is, well, this is the way I do the duck change. Okay. I grab the bottom right with my thumb and my ring finger the top right. So I'm holding it like so. And I'm holding the 9 and the Queen of Clubs. Okay, so I'm grabbing them like so. So I'm bending the cards, and all I'm going to do is basically bring my ring finger and my thumb together. Okay, so I'm grabbing it, and then I'm just going to bring them 2 fingers together, like so. Oops, I'm trying to do it slow. It's impossible to do this slow. So slow if I can. I do it away from the deck. There we go. And they're going to spin. They spin this way. Okay, I'll try and do it slow again. Slow as I can. There we go. And when I mean bring my finger and thumb together, they don't actually touch, but I'm just bringing them a fraction closer, okay? So from here, and that's the only way I can explain it. You're just going to flick off your ring finger and middle finger, ring finger and thumb. So if you do that at speed on the deck, it will look like they just change. Okay, they think the queens are there, and you do the move, and they've changed. You've got the queens here, and the 9 there. So let me go through that again as a tutorial, but go through it quickly as a performance at the same time, so you get the gist. So the little recap, guys, you've got your setup, your Queen of Spades face down, followed by your Queen of Clubs face up, and your 9 of Hearts. They're all your normal cards, and then your bottom card is going to be the 9 of Hearts. It's a double back card, a double facer, sorry, shall I say, and that's at the back. And then from there, you're going to do, I'm going to do it very slow if I can, a top shot, my apologies. You're going to lift up at the back, and you get the 2 cards. You're going to grab a place Queen of Spades on the face of it and turn these over. You can either just take this card down, or you can pull the next card. So I'm going to place these 2 queens, and then you're going to knit them up but drop that card. You're just going to pick up the top card, and they think you've got the 2 queens here. We have the 9. From there, they're going to point to a card, and if my hands feel okay, so from here, they point to this card. When I'm about to turn it over, my fingers are going to kick that double face card out, like so, and I'm going to pull it and turn my hand over. The right hand comes on top. I show the 9, and then this is what, and then depending if you're going to just pull it out or spin it out, I will get a break with my pinky. This hand comes on top, and then from here, you're going to do a duck change. And you could do it on the table if you wanted to. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. Or with me, I just did it on the deck. Do the duck change. I tried to do it as slow as I could and show that they've transpositioned. They've changed places. So that's the more advanced version. I'm going to show you now how you can do this a little bit easier. Okay, so let's get into that now. So here is the easier version. So it's the same setup, Queen of Spades face down, Queen of Clubs face up, 9 of Hearts face up, and the 9 is going to be at the bottom, and that's your double face card. Okay, so instead of doing the top shot, you're going to do a production like this, 2 queens. And you're probably thinking, that looks quite hard. It's very, very easy, so let me show you. You're just going to cut half the cards. Your left thumb is going to grab or place it onto the middle of the card. Your right hand is going to pull away. Okay, and your right hand's just going to lift up. That's all you're doing. Okay, you're going to pull your right hand away and then over. So you're just flipping the card over basically into the middle of the pack, just like so. When you're in this position, if I was you and you're a beginner, get a break first under the top 2 cards, so the Queen and the 9. So I've got a break on these 2 cards. And then when you've got that break, take the Queen out and place it on top of the Queen of Clubs and turn all them over. So now you can do, like I said in the original, you can take 2 cards and then drop the second card onto the deck and pick up the top card. So it looks like you've got the 2 queens, but secretly we've got the 9. So they think the 2 queens are here. Instead of doing this move what I was showing you in the first one, if you cannot do that, you can do it this way. So what you're going to do with the cards, you're going to just bevel the cards. Okay, so it looks a bit like a ramp. So when you bevel the cards, what you're going to do then, your left hand is just going to take the card and pull it to the right. So I'm pushing it to my right. So it's right here. If the card was straight, it would look like that. But I'm beveling the cards first. So when I mean bevel, I'm just pushing the top cards down. Okay, so I'm beveling the cards. And then I'm going to push this card to the right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is riffle down with my thumb, and wherever they shout stop, I'm just going to grab it like so. I'm trying to show you on camera so you can see. I'm going to grab the cards and let's say they shout stop here. Okay, I'm just going to pull everything out. And what's going to happen is that 9 is going to stay there. Okay, and I turn my right hand over to show the 9 of Hearts. If you try this now, you'll know exactly what I mean. So again, you're going to just bevel the cards. you're going to riffle down with your thumb. They're going to shout the word stop, making sure this card you push to the right, okay? So I've pushed it to the right. They're going to shout the word stop, and wherever they shout stop, you're just going to pick everything up. And because you move that card to the right, you're going to be fine. You're not going to touch this card. So they will shout stop. You turn your hand over to show the 9. What I would do from here, when I show the card, my left thumb is going to peel that card on top of the left-hand packet, and the right-hand packet goes on top. Okay? So from there, you're going to take the card, and you will need to get a break above this card. Okay, that's your Queen of Clubs. You will have to get a break above that. So you take the card out. Okay, you can either just riffle up if you need to, or when you take the card out, just pull the card and get a break. That's going to go on top. So instead of doing the duck change, which went completely wrong just then, and like I said, it is a pretty hard move if you're not used to it. If you don't want to do the duck change, you can do this change. Okay, so you've got the 9, it looks like this. Do that again, my apologies. You're just going to grab it and throw them. That's all you're going to do. You're going to take them by the edge, okay, and you're just going to let go, and they will just flip over as one. That's all you're going to do. From here, drop. But from that, okay, it'll look like this. So you just pick the 9 of hearts. That's crazy. You watch the 9 we blow. Now I have the 2 queens. The 2 queens are here. Over here is the 9 of hearts. So let's go through that as a performance piece so you can see how it looks. So here is a performance doing it the easy way. So we start off with the 2 queens. That's queen number 1 and queen number 2. We'll take these queens and we'll get to them in just a second. But to start with as well, we do need a card selecting. So just shout the word stop. They will shout stop here. And go, I want everybody to remember the 9 of hearts. Watch the 9 of hearts because all we do is blow. Now we have the 2 queens. And over here is the 9 of hearts. So it's basically the exact same, but I don't think it is strongest. Personally, you might completely disagree with me. It's basically the same, but it's just made... Oh, I've tried to come up with an easier way for you guys to do it if you're struggling with the duck change and the force. So that's a little performance doing it the easy way. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. A very cool sandwich trick, like a transposition trick. And like I said, with the difficulty of this trick, is that duck change, okay? If you can't do a duck change, I did show you another one where you can just drop them, which makes it a little bit more easier, and obviously controlling the card from the bottom to the top. So I do try and make it as easy as I can. But you know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.